So in the last 13 days, I have taken $200 and turned it into $3,000. And yes, this is real. So in this video, I want to kind of break down exactly how I was able to do that. And I think it might surprise a lot of you. I know a lot of you are going to have a lot of questions, so please leave them in the description, because I plan to produce a lot of videos for this channel, teaching you guys and showing you guys about my life regarding around trading. I know a lot of you guys got to this channel from my other channel, the Isaiah Ashley Show, where I highlight expat life in Thailand and just Southeast Asia in general. And now we're over here learning how to make money from trading. And I want to start by saying that a lot of people will in fact fail at this. A lot of people will not be successful. And there's some reasons why, which I will talk about later in this video. But my goal is going to be to help you guys have the highest chance of experiencing at least some success in the space of trading. And to give a little background, so for me, trading goes back to, I first even began learning about trading back in 2020 is when I started getting education around it. I bought one course, and that's how I learned initially. But ever since then, I've been teaching myself just through paper trading, and also trading with my live money. Had success, I've had failure, and then had failure, and then had failure, and then had some success, which is where we are now. Finally, experiencing payouts from prop firms and stuff. I know a lot of this might not make any sense to you guys right now. You're probably like, what is a prop firm? What is trading in general? We're going to get into that, because I know a lot of you guys are completely new to this. So I have a lot of explaining to do. I don't want to make this video super long. Kind of like this video, I want to open up your eyes to things. And then after that, we're going to get into a lot more educational and hopefully also entertaining content when it comes around this whole trading thing. With that being said, so I turned $200 into $3,000. And so let's get into how did I do that. I did it because when it comes to trading, you have a few options. Either you can trade with your own capital, which the pros and cons of that are, the cons are you're risking your own capital. So any money you lose, your money is gone, right? The pros though is when you trade your own capital, you have the ability to withdraw it and also trade the account however you please. Now, the alternative you have is, in the trading world, there's these companies called prop firms. Prop firms allow you to make money in trading without using your own capital. You're probably going to immediately go, wow, that sounds amazing. How do I get started? Where do I sign up? Now, with that being said, there are qualifications to be able to do that. And a lot of these prop firms, what they do is, and this is their whole business model, right? These prop firms, because of the statistics in trading, most people will fail. These prop firms have these combines, they call them, or challenges, where basically you go through a mock, or we can pretty much call it a test phase. You have to pass their certain criteria, which for many of these companies means that you have to start off with a starting amount of virtual capital. You must trade it to a certain profit target without violating also other rules, such as drawdown, meaning that you don't lose more than a certain amount of money while trading this account over XYZ period of time. So, but once you pass that, if you're able to beat the qualifications, you now get access to a funded account. Now, what the funded account means, now the trades you make are eligible for real dollars. So the biggest appeal of that model for people is, if you're starting off trading, you're not going to make a lot of money if you only have a couple $100 to trade, right? So trading is really a game for those with capital. So if you only have $1,000, I would tell you it's better to go past a prop firm and get access to be able to make thousands more without risking your own capital, versus potentially probably blowing it all in a live account. Because chances are you probably will blow your account at least a few times in your lifetime. It's nearly guaranteed to happen, unless you just have the most ultimate discipline. So now that you understand prop firms a little bit more, let's get into the one I use specifically in the route I went. So when I tell you I turned $200 into $3,000, it is because I took $200 and I passed a prop firm, which made me eligible for a funded account, which now means that the money I make trading this virtual capital is eligible for real US dollars. And you might think to yourself, that's real? Yes, it is very, very real. So the company I use and I'm funded with, I'm a funded trader with a company called Topstep. Now, the asset I trade specifically is called futures. Now, in this video, I don't make this extremely long, so if you want, you can go off after this video and go look up what futures are. I don't have to take the time to really explain that, but very similar to Forex and other assets. But within futures, the asset I trade under the futures category is called NASDAQ. Now, we all know what NASDAQ is. That is a stock index. Is a stock index, which is pretty much the backbone of the US and kind of global economy. The stock market's not doing good, then the world is not doing good. So anyway, I passed the combine, which cost me $50 to take. Once I passed it, you have to pay $150 to activate it. And then boom, you're eligible to start making real money. Now, they have a couple more rules. Topstep specifically, to qualify for a payout once you have the funded account, you need at least 5 days of $150 profit or more to qualify for a payout. Now, the other caveat is that you're only eligible to withdraw 50% of your account balance once you do hit that target. But that's not a bad thing, because once again, we're only in $200. So let's say, for example, I'll give my own exact scenario once again. So I got funded, I paid the $200 total. And so far in 13 days, I have withdrawn money in my bank account, 3,000 USD, or a little bit more than 3,000 USD has been the total eligible amount. And if we was to divide 3,000 by 200, that means I have made a 15x return on my money in literally half a month. This is possible. It's not luck. The biggest thing with trading, I will tell you guys, because you can learn trading in a short period of time. You can learn candlesticks and understand the basis of reading a chart in literally like a couple hours. You can have a basic education. But the biggest reason why most people fail in trading and never actually make any money is because trading requires an extreme amount of like mental discipline. Because there's no other way I can think of to be able to make the money you can make in trading. And it's very tempting and easy to get greedy really fast. Because in trading, you can make $500 in seconds. I've done it. I've done it over and over again. As I make this video, today is Monday, August 25th. Today, I made $600 profit for the my trading account. And that trade lasted, this trade lasted a little bit longer than normal, but I was probably in that trade for half an hour. I think roughly like half an hour was in that trade for. But that's $600 in 30 minutes. I don't know about you, but I don't know how many jobs are paying $600 in 30 minutes. So if you have a job that pays that much, please let me know. I'll go apply right now. Before that, in the days before that, I made $200, $300 within like literally seconds. So you can make money really fast. Now on the other end, you can also lose money very fast. And this is why I recommend prop firms when you first start trading. Well, first you should start with paper trading, which means that you are trading the real market with virtual funds. So there's no actual risk involved, but you trade it's a simulation. Basically simulation accounts is what you're doing with paper trading. And even with prop firms, there's still simulation accounts, but the biggest difference is once you pass their challenges, that simulation account is eligible for real money. Like it's not physically being traded in the live market when you are taking these trades, but the money you make is real. So that's the key thing to understand. It's simulation accounts, but the money you make is real because you're eligible to withdraw it as long as you meet their features. And all these, there's many different prop firms that exist. So for each company, you have to go read their specific rules and their payout policies, and also make sure you're working with companies that are legit. At this moment, I only trade with Topstep. That's what I have personal experience from. That's what I've been paid out from, and I haven't had any issues. So I can't vouch for any other company. There are certain good ones out there, but as far as the one that Isaiah actually uses, at the moment, it is strictly Topstep. But the reason why I like this is because even if, let's say, with trading being so emotional, even if at this point now, I've taken, like I said, from this one account, I've withdrawn $3,000. If I was to blow it tomorrow, it means nothing because I've already taken my money. Like I'm already risk-free. I'm basically at this point trading with house money. Everything from here is whipped cream. It's a cherry on top. I have no risk involved at this point. So if the account even does blow, the max I can lose is $200, but I've already made 15x return. So in my opinion, it's literally the best way to get started because you have like, if I had $200 and I was trading that 200 in a live account, there's probably no way without drastically risking my account to where like horrible risk management that I could turn 200 into $3,000. So for this video, I want to explain to you guys that one, if you want to get started with trading, go learn the basics, go learn about futures trading. There's so many videos on YouTube that exist. I will be dropping some in-depth tutorials about my specific strategy and showing you guys. But for this video, I just want to open up your eyes to the possibilities. Now, with that being said, $3K dollars in my bank within 13 days. I live in Southeast Asia. And I know many of you, your dream is to like leave America and live abroad. If you can learn this skill set, this is something you can make money from your laptop. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to sell anything to anybody. It's literally you your emotions and buy and sell. That's the biggest thing. You can only buy or sell. And so pretty much you get paid to click buttons. You can become a highly paid button clicker. So the fact that like I've been able to make $3,000 in additional income in the last 13 days from my laptop without having to do any physical work. I mean, the most is like literally clicking, using my finger to click a button. Now, I don't want to make this sound easier than it is because trading can be very difficult, and I'm years into trading before this happened. Now, it's not that it actually takes years to become successful in trading. For most people, the reason why it takes so much time is literally because they cannot control the mental part of trading. Anybody can make money trading. You put a computer in front of a baby that has 2 buttons, the baby could take a trade and possibly be right. So there's important things you want to understand when it comes to trading. Once you learn the basics, so go learn about trading in general, learn how to read charts, look up fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Once you learn the basics, then we can talk about the most important things in trading becomes your risk to reward, so your RR, how much are you risking to how much you make, and your discipline to not revenge trade, over trade. And that's the biggest thing that happens to most people is that either they're taking horrible trades because they don't really understand trading, they're just playing a guessing game, they're simply gambling, which trading can be similar to gambling, but it's a lot, you have a lot more resources and information at your hand and likelihood and probability versus like, it's not gambling in the sense of like poker where there's so many elements outside of your control, so much unknown. But like, for example, with me trading the NASDAQ, what do we know? The NASDAQ is very influenced by news. So you have to understand what news, economic news, affects the stock market. So unemployment rates, the Fed speaking, interest rates, you have to understand those things to begin for trading, like specifically the NASDAQ, to make any sense to you. So then now you're understanding, at least having some understanding of why the market is going up and down. What are those factors that cause the market to move? And this might seem overwhelming, but don't worry guys. Like I said, I will be putting out a lot of videos so this begins to make sense and begins to click for you all. Because this truly can be life-changing. Like for me, this is just additional income. Like I make a lot more money like from being a YouTuber, but very soon trading will be scaled up to a significant 5-figure a month income for me as well, on top of the other income stream. And so I know a lot of you guys watching this video right now are looking for a path of escape. You're looking for a way to make more money, whether it's, even if you don't have plans to move, maybe you just want to make enough money to cover your mortgage or your rent or your car payment. It's cool. Trading can do that for you. It's 100% real. It is a possibility. Like I said, you're going to hear people tell you that most people are going to lose money in trading, and that is a real statistic, but you have to understand the reasons why most people fail for it to make even more sense. But yes, guys, that's how I've been able to do it, is from being a funded trader through a prop firm. So I'm leveraging other people's capital to then be able to create a significant return for myself. And you can do it as well. Now, I want to give you guys some social proof just in case anybody like doesn't believe a single word I'm saying. I'm going to show you my back end right now, and then also show you like the payout process and stuff so you guys can see that it's 100% real. So last week I took a small payout of $500. If you guys watched my first video, you've seen that I made $500 last week in one day. So like total I made a couple of $1,000 that week, I think, but in one day, within like literally a couple minutes, I had made $500 and then I withdrew it because I had qualified for a payout. That was that payout right here. This is my Wise, the money deposits to my Wise account. And then literally by tomorrow, I'm going to have $2,200 being deposited in my account as well from Topstep, from trading, from my funded account. Now, to show you guys a little bit more, as you get familiar with Topstep, this is their back end that shows you like this is their Topstep X trading platform. And this is the performance section. So you guys can see right now on this account, we can see right here a 50K Express. The balance is now $2,800. I just took a payout today. Earlier it was like 5K. And today alone, I made $600. You guys can see that right here. Today is Monday the 25th. I made $600 in one single trade. And this is my overall P&L. As you guys can see, I am 12 for 13 trades. I had one losing day where the account balance went down $553, and the next day I pretty much made it back, and then another day I made another 501 trade. And so this is the back end of my stats. If we go over here to payouts, you guys can also see right here that today submitted, funds removed, funding approved. So this will be deposited in my account like tomorrow, and the payout you guys can see is $2,250. So if you have any doubt if you can actually make money with this, it is real. Trust me, guys, I would never come on here and lie to you about something like this. I have nothing to sell you. I just want to come on here and provide this information for you guys because this could truly be life-changing for the people who stick with it and figure it out and actually like take it seriously. Like I said, you come out here to like Thailand or Vietnam or somewhere or Bali, you can easily live a good life for $3,000 a month. Guys, I've been living overseas for 3 years and my lifestyle is amazing. Every day I wake up and do whatever I want. I don't wake up to an alarm clock. I don't have a boss. I eat at great restaurants. I'm able to literally have control over my life. There's no one who has control over my life. I'm fully in the driver's seat and I want that for you all. And so it was important for me to start this channel to share this information because not everyone will become a successful YouTuber. Not everyone will be retired military and be able to collect the pension and live over here. But I do believe that a lot of you guys could become good at something like a skill like trading and make enough income to live abroad and to support yourself. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I just wanted to open up your mind. In the next videos, guys, I'll be giving like more in-depth tutorials about trading specifically and then also my strategy. But like I said, if you have any questions, please drop them below because I plan to produce more videos for you guys answering your questions and helping you along in your trading journey as well. And I appreciate you guys for coming here and subscribing. I hit like 1,000 subscribers within 2 days, which is amazing. So I have very high hopes for this channel and I plan to really just share my journey with you guys as I dive more into the space and scale up my income in trading. And I hope to definitely bring a lot of you guys along with me. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.